Accura Series. Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy. Nitride for guaranteed rust proofing. And a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being sponsored by Tri-Green Equipment. Stop in and see them at 21 locations in Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. They can take care of all your Honda, Steel, and John Deere needs. All right, guys. This segment's being sponsored by our friends over at Courtney's Restaurant and Catering. Y'all can find them at 4066B North Mount Juliet Road in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Or give owner Tom Courtney a call, 615-754-7548, and let them take care of all your delivery and catering needs. All right, welcome back to the studio. Been talking a lot about deer hunting tonight, but what I want to switch gears to for just a minute here, still in the same genre, but let's talk some deer numbers a little bit, Anthony.
Okay.
There's been a lot of a change over the last few years. Some numbers have gone down that we expected to go up, and some numbers have gone up that we expected to go down. So you are always a plethora of knowledge on that, but what are some of the numbers going on so far this year?
So far, this was as of Tuesday afternoon, Brandon. The whole state is down about 32%.
Okay.
And it kind of surprised some people, you know.
Yeah.
But now last year it was up because a lot of people was off work.
That's right.
But now I tell you what we did. We went back and did from 2010 to October 12th the other day, just so same number of hunting days. From 2010, 11, and 12, we are down 50%.
Yeah.
The whole state.
I would say it's trended down the whole time.
It is. But if you're in Unit CWD, which there's 12 counties in Unit CWD now, they're down 48% from last year.
Okay.
And the CWD numbers, it was 15 deer killed in Hardeman County during the velvet hunt, because we could use rifles. 40% of them had CWD.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, and you or your biology background, you know 40% of something like that is not good.
It's not good, and we expected, you and I have talked about this, but we both expected, and a lot of the people that I talk to still a lot, that research these things a lot, that we would probably eventually see a 50% mark. And we're getting closer and closer to that. And the more testing we do, you have to understand too, there's not near as much testing going on as you would think. Now, some of your core counties, like Hardeman, where you're at, they're doing a lot of, I don't know if it's mandatory testing, but a lot of people are at least getting tested.
It's not even mandatory anymore.
But a lot of your other counties, you're not getting as much testing and stuff yet. You will see more of that. But I truly believe we will eventually see close to a 50% mark.
If you look right in the core zone of the Hardeman and Fayette, which is southeast Fayette and southwest Hardeman, you're probably already looking at 50% in those areas right there.
Yeah, so it's had a major impact, and it's brought down obviously the harvest rate quite a bit in those areas. And I think some of it, and you may think other things about it, I think a lot of it is fear. I won't necessarily say fear. I think some people have just taken the attitude of, well, I would just rather not mess with it.
Yeah.
And so they've just kind of backed off on hunting in general, or they're just hunting if they see, you know, king tut or whatever, they'll, you know, and that's what they're doing. And you had the velvet numbers, and I know we agree on this. You know, your velvet numbers when that first started, they were way up here. You know, well, ever since they've gone down. The reason for that is, as far as you and I believe anyhow, because people only, once they got that velvet deer under their belt
and hanging on their wall,
and it's on the wall, that's it. They're not interested in going and doing it again. So your number, I think, on that velvet hunt will continue to go down.
Yes.
You're not going to have the harvest rate there doesn't bother me, you know, with the velvet hunt. But, you know, statewide we're down still, just in our statewide season as well. And I think that's part of it. But we've got some counties that are moving on up as well, and they're starting to see an increased harvest rate.
It was only 2 counties in the top 20 that actually killed more deer to date this year. And that was... I
was going to say, and you probably know which ones they are.
Sullivan County, they're up 11. They killed 243. Last year at the same date, which was Tuesday, 232. And then Carter County, they're up 23. They've killed 164. And one thing that Bubba and I, you know, do the show with the game warden there, is your numbers. You remember 15, 20 years ago, West Tennessee was always tops. Now, if you basically I-65, anything east of I-65, those counties are kicking tail. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. They are. Like I say, there's some areas where it's kicking up. So it sounds bad when you look at it on a statewide, and it is. It's going down.
Right.
But there are some glimmers of hope. There's some good areas that are showing a lot of promise. But we're going to see that continue to spread.
Yeah.
We both know that it's going to continue to widen out. You'll see a wider CWD zone in every season, in my opinion. I think you're going to see a county or two added every year. I was taught about this, and we looked into this almost 20 years ago in school. I mean, it's not something that surprised anyone.
That's right.
On a state level or biological level. This is spread across the country at a slow rate, and it's made its way here, and it will continue to spread.
Now the one that jumped to Henry
County, it's not a reason
County,
to freak out,
but it jumped over,
and that was because of somebody not following the proper guidelines. And that was
a 3.5-year-old doe, and as you know, like I do, does they don't have that far travel range like a buck do. But what that did, that put 5 counties in Kentucky in they call it the surveillance zone up there, and they do that. It is mandatory check-in.
Well, and I think this too, if you had that county skip over, what Anthony's saying is there was a county in between to Henry County that's not a positive county yet. However, I guarantee you,
it's one in those counties.
There. Yeah. There's positive deer there. That doe, like you say, she has a very small home range. She did test positive. She did not move 15 miles.
She was 3.5 years old.
That's right. So point being, it didn't just jump across the county. In that case, there most likely are some in that county. There are probably some in other counties that we don't know about yet.
So I think that now they're doing more intensive studies or tests in Henry and Weakley County. Yeah. Weakley County's high risk, but it's only because it was so close to the one in Henry County.
Exactly. So, and guys, I do want to touch just real fast on this, that if you want to keep up with these numbers like this, and especially CWD information, keep up with Anthony and the guys on Tuesday nights over at Tennessee Outside on Facebook. I mean, what y'all focus on is a lot of this stuff, keeping up with CWD, new laws, new regulations, because down here, a lot of us down here in Middle Tennessee, we hear a lot about it, and of course I stay pretty in touch with it, but it's a totally different world in West Tennessee in these CWD zones, so you really have to keep up with that and how the laws and regulations change.
On another quick thing, Brandon, bear numbers are up a little bit, and fall turkey numbers, they're down.
Yeah, but bear numbers are up, so that's good.
Bear numbers are up.
Guys, we're going to get ready to take another quick break, and we'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.